Hello and welcome back. The last lesson we stopped at this line, read file, and we managed to create a file, this file, and the content is blank at the moment. So it's about to read the file. So let's check out the MSDN documentation for read file. And you can see it says that the buffer, LP buffer, is the string which stores the files, the content of the file, and the number of bytes to read is stored here, and the bytes read, actually read is here. So let's go back and take a look, and these are the parameters here. So now let's move over by pressing F8, step over, and after the call has been made, it will return a result, and the result here is stored in EX. And if the result, let's check and see, if the function succeeds, the return is non-zero. So let's see. So EX returns non-zero. That means the function succeeded. The file has been read successfully. So if for whatever reason the file was not able to be read, then it will come to this test and it will fail this jump. The jump will not take place and it will go to this jump, and this jump will be game over. It will come to the bad message. But in our case, because the file was successfully read, so this jump will take place. It will jump over this bad instruction. So let's press F8 to jump over it. Now it is zeroing the EBX. Let's take a look. Press F8, and it is also going to zero the ESI. And so now EBX and ESI is being zeroed out for some purpose down here. And the next instruction is to compare this value stored in this memory address, which is 402173, the number of bytes that has been read, and he wants to check whether it's 16. 10 is hexadecimal for 16. So that means the file should contain at least 16 characters. So now our file doesn't have 16 characters, so this jump will take place. So let's see. Press F8, and true enough, the jump takes place. So the number of bytes read should be 16. So only if it's 16, then this jump will not take place. JL means jump less than. So jump less than means that this value is smaller than this value. So if this value is smaller than this value, then the jump will happen. So that's the meaning of JL, jump less than. So in this case, since there is nothing in the file, so this value is indeed smaller than this. So it's jumping over. So that tells us that the content of the file should be 16 characters. So we can actually do that now. First, let us put a breakpoint over here so that we can come back to it. And then we close this. We are going to put 16 characters in the file. Close this debugger so that we can open the file. And we put 16 characters in there, starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0 for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 characters. So now we close save, and we reopen the program. And now we run to our breakpoint. Restart, run to our breakpoint, and now we are here. So now we have satisfied this condition. We have put 16 characters in there, so it will not jump to the bad message. It will instead allow it to go on to the next instruction. So let's press F8 now. Now it's moving the first letter 1 into AL. So this 40211A is referring to the strings that has been read. So 40211A is the address which stores the string that has been read. So the string that has been read is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 16 characters, and is stored in this location. And EBX is a counter. At the moment EBX is 0. So when you put EBS as 0, it's referring to the first character. So when I press F8, it's going to move the first character into AL. Let's press F8 and watch what happens here to EX. So it has moved 1. It has moved the character 1 to AL. And now it's going to compare whether AL is 0. So AL is not 0, it is 1. It is not the end of the string. You see, 0 here means null terminator, and in programming, null terminator means the end of the string. So in this case, the end of the string will come after 6. So in this case, we are not at the end of the string, so this will be false. So it won't. So when you press enter, it will not jump. It will only jump if it's we have come to the end of the string. So if it were to jump, it will jump out of the loop. And you can see it's actually a loop here. So it is not jumping out of the loop because we have not come to the end of the string. So let's press F8 and continue. And now it is comparing this 1, whether or not it is equal to 47 in hexadecimal, which means G. So the first character 1 is being compared to G. So this suggests that the first character of the serial key should be G. So let's do this now. We will open our key file that, copy out what we have entered there, and open another notepad, paste it here. We are going to fish the serial key. So now we know the first character should be G. Then let's press F8. So now it is comparing. If the first character is not G, then it will jump over this instruction. So this instruction means is used to count how many G's it has found. As you can see at the end here, it is comparing whether you have 8 G's. So this suggests that the serial key begins with 8 G's. So in this case, the first G, if it finds the first G, it will increase the counter. ESI is now 0, so he hasn't found any G's yet. So if we were to press F8 now, it will jump over. But we want to simulate the situation where it managed to find the G. So we're going to toggle this flag so that it will not jump over, but instead go ahead to increase the counter. So let's toggle the flag and let it go ahead and increase the counter. So now ESI is 0. When I press F8, it will go to 1. That means it has found 1 G, the first one. So now let's press enter, and it will do a jump back up the loop. And then it will move the second character, which is 2, into EAX. And now 2 has to go there. And now it's going to compare to see whether we have reached the end of the string. So since we are not at the end of the string, it will not jump out. It will go and compare whether or not this 2 is equal to G. So then it will check, and then it will jump over if it's not G. And again, we are going to toggle the flag so that it will go inside and increase the counter to simulate the situation where it has found 2 G's. As you can see, it has found 2 G's. So we are already fished out the second character of the serial, which is also a G. And it keeps on doing this until it reaches the end of the string. So now let's press F8, and then it is going to jump back to the loop and repeat the whole process again until it reaches the end here. Alright, so we are going to continue to step 8, F8 over it, and then here compare whether this is a G. It's comparing 3 now, whether it's a G. That means the third serial key that we managed to fish is also a G. And now we press F8. If it's not a G, jump over this, don't increase the counter. But we're going to toggle it to give it a simulation that it has found a G. So now it's going to increase ESI. That means it has found, suppose it has found 3 G's. Then jump again. End of the string, no jump. and then is it a G? Now it's loaded 4, which is this character. Is it a G? So the fourth character is of the serial is also a G. So press F8. So since it's not a G, it's going to jump over, but we're going to toggle it so that it can increase the counter. Increase counter, so it has found 4 Gs. Jump. Repeat the same thing. Now it's comparing 5, where is a G. That means the 5th character is also a G. Again, we toggle, enter, let it increase the counter, so it has found 5 Gs. Is it the end of the string? No. It has moved 6 now to AL. And now, is it a G? So it's comparing again. That means the 6th character is also a G. Again, toggle the flag, don't let it jump. Increase this, so it has found 6 Gs. Now it's moved 7 to EX. Compare the 7, is it the end of the string? No. And then now, you see the G, that means the 7th character is also a 7th character of the serial is also a G. And then, don't jump, toggle the flag again. Let it increase the counter. So now it has found 7 Gs. Another loop. It has moved 8 to the AL. Compare 8 with null terminator. No. Don't jump. Now compare it with G. Is it a G? So that means the 8th character should also be a G. Then move on. And now again let it count 8. So toggle it. Toggle this. And it will increase ESI. So it has found 8. Alright. So at the end here you can see it is comparing whether or not its ESI is 8. So I think we'll leave that at 8. Let's move on. Is the end of the string? No. Compare it with G. No need to be G anymore, because from here we can see it is looking for 8 Gs. So we can just go ahead and let it jump. Go ahead and let it jump over ASI. No need to increase ASI anymore. We have found our 8 Gs. So now let's see what happens. Is the end of the string? No. Okay, now it's going to move 1, this last one here, and then up. Is the end of the string? No. Now it's moved 2. Is the end of the string? No. Keep on pressing F8 until this becomes null. Okay, so now if I press this, it will be null. That means it's reached the end of the string. So now this will be true. So if we jump out of the loop, press F8, it jumps out of the loop, and now it checks how many Gs have you found. It checks the ESI flag. We have found 8 Gs. So if it has found 8 Gs, it will not jump to the bad message. JL only will jump if the ESI is less than 8. So in this case, ESI is equals to 8. So it will not jump. So it will go ahead and do what is inside here. And then it will make a long jump all the way to the bottom and give you the good message, which says you already did it. Congrats. So let's press F8 and see it happen. Now we are here about to do the good message. Press F8 and we get the good message. You already did it. Congrats. So this is how we do serial phishing using x64DBG. So let us now test our serial key. Just click OK on this and we can copy our serial key here. We only need So the first condition is that it must be 16 character. Second condition is that the first 8 character must be G. So let us copy this and put it in our key file that, but for that we have to close the debugger so that we can open the file. Open key file that, paste what we found, what we have fished, save it, and now we can directly open this without using the debugger, and we run it. It says you already did it, congrats. So this is how we do serial key phishing or serial phishing using x64 DBG. Thank you for watching.